drinking out of thermos.
We're streaming.
We're live.
We're live.
Can you hear yourself through your headset? I can't hear myself.
No. Hello.
Oh, well, my volume's down on
Oh, yeah,
headset.
Turn me up.
Turn
How's
me
that?
up.
Turn
How's
me
Hey,
that?
hey,
up.
hey, ho! I can't hear myself. No.
I
Hey,
can't
hey,
hear it.
ho! Wait, I hear a little something there. Yep. Wait. Hello. Yeah, there I am. I can hear. It. Hey now. All right.
I can't hear myself.
Can you hear yourself?
Can
I want to make sure I hear
Hello.
myself, and then I'm going to take them off.
I can hear you, Chris.
There's nothing worse than sweaty ears.
I can hear me too.
All right. So listen, welcome everybody to episode 25 of the Psychology of Fuckery. And yeah, so how we doing today? How you doing over there, Christine?
That
James
high
Walker?
note was so good.
Yeah, it's I'm the king of the almost high C's, and yeah, I used to take vocal lessons, and I am a what do you call it? Not soprano. What's the other one? Tenor.
You're a tenor?
No, baritone.
Baritone?
Baritone. Wait, how do they go? They go baritone, tenor for men. For men, what are they?
Bass, baritone, tenor.
Bass and what was so? Oh, yeah. So Pavarotti was a tenor.
Yep.
So I was taking lessons from this opera diva, and the only reason I started taking vocal lessons was they said, oh, if you strengthen, you know how much shit I've done for sleep apnea. I took opera lessons for sleep apnea.
Really?
Yes, because it's supposed to strengthen your throat and help. And also, I was they say circular breathing, which is what bagpipe players they do. That's how they do it. They breathe in. They suck the air in and out. That's supposed to be good for developing your vocal cord strength. I've done that. I've had septum surgery, 2 surgeries for an implant. I've had I have no uvula, which before I was eating I can't eat sitting down anymore because the slightest, like a little piece of provolone hit the back of my throat. The uvula used to,
So wait, you stand when you eat now?
No, I used to be able to like slouch back and watch TV. I can't slouch back
So
anymore.
you can sit, you just can't recline.
Yeah. One time I was in bed watching a movie and I'm forbidden. Do you like Skittles?
I love Skittles.
Skittles used to come in a cup. Oh my God! I think they were trying to make it where you could put it in the cup in your car. Anyway, I'm drinking the Skittles.
Drinking them.
Yeah, like pouring them into my mouth.
Oh, yeah.
And they're so good. And then I started. They make you very. They really activate your saliva glands, and I started choking on the saliva. And I sat up and I spat out a rainbow of phlegm.
Must have been that carcinogenic
Skittles.
ingredients.
Skittles. How'd that commercial go?
Taste the rainbow.
Taste the rainbow of phlegm.
Taste the cancer.
Taste the flamboyant. All right. So anyway, yeah. So I choked my uvula. I got to be careful the way I eat now because food hits the back of my throat very quickly. I mean, my doctor told me. He said, "Good news is no more. It's going to help you sleep apnea." And no, he goes, but also more good news. Did I say this right? He told me I won't have any more gag reflex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really good. It's part of your act now.
Yeah,
or
it's
are you
part of my-
still, Are you still batting that around?
No,
in
it comes in and
open
out.
mics?
Well, I say to my doctor, "Oh, how am I coming off to you right now?" I'm not going to stop at the park ride on the way home. So Christine, you okay? Everything okay? You doing good?
Yeah. How was open mic last night? Did you go?
I went to open mic last night, and it was mobbed and rowdy. I'm like, why couldn't you guys been here?
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was crowded, and Bam went up and just like terrified everybody. You know, the guy Bam the
Bam,
Savage.
yeah, he's back on
he's so great.
I was just editing that footage.
Oh,
a little
my
bit
God.
Yesterday.
But it was probably better. It was a little too rowdy, I thought, because some people came back that haven't been there in a while, like regulars that went to, stopped coming.
No, but you could have, if that happens though, and there's like a crowd and it's early, just hit us up.
Yeah,
Maybe
hit us up.
If we're
All
around,
right.
we just hop in the car and go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Never even thought I
But-
probably could have filmed some footage on my phone too.
How
Oh,
long has
damn
what's
it.
been doing that for?
Who's that?
Bam.
Bam the Savage? I think only a couple of years.
Does he try to do like his own little podcast radio show?
No, I don't know.
That would be an interesting listen.
I saw him do an actual set. He showed it to me where he was at a comedy club, and it was actually not bad. He wasn't trying to terrify the people like he does to us.
Oh my god. So is Bam the Savage his comedy name?
I would assume so. I didn't know his real name, but
Was that the chef name?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it his chef name?
well, no, he's not a chef anymore. He got sick of being a chef. He got
Right.
tired.
But was that his nickname that just carried over?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he was like into wrestling, but he went up last night and just turned around to the wall and started having a fight with the wall.
I didn't see him do that when we went there. He was just screaming at the floor.
Yeah, he does. Just go, shut up, shut up.
He didn't turn around though and start yelling.
Oh, he was in rare form last night. When I first met him, like a little voice in my head said, "Be nice to this guy," because that day he comes back in here and shoots us all. Be nice.
Oh my god.
Say hello to him. It's like that Dane Cook bit. You're like, "Hey, how you doing?" Throw him a little bit of candy.
Yeah.
With which Dane Cook bit?
Dane Cook does this bit about this crazy guy in his office where he would throw him like treats every day, candy, and then he goes, one day the guy's going to come back, kill everybody into the office, and then he's going to come into Dane Cook's office and go, "Thanks for the treats."
I like the party one. It's like somebody shit on the coats.
Somebody shit on the coat. He used to get a bad rap because, people say he's only funny because of the way his energy is. I'm like, I don't care. It's still funny as funny.
But that was the whole thing too. Is that he took people's jokes like the Louis C.K. jokes, but then he, I guess, added his own animated self to it.
Yeah, some
Like,
people
he took
said
a lot
yeah.
of jokes from people.
There are a few comics that have been accused of joke thievery. Like one guy that got nailed bad was, and he was huge at one time, was Carlos Mencia.
I was never a fan of Carlos Mencia.
Yeah?
You could even tell that he's just taking stuff from people and just. Are you cool with him? You know him?
Well, I smoked a bong with him once. That's about it. And I wasn't even smoking pot at the time. He was really popular. I'm like, you know what? I could tell people I smoked a bong with Carlos Mencia. Like that,
yeah.
Oh, wow.
I just you went from like comedy. He had his show on Comedy Central.
He was huge.
And I didn't understand it. No offense, Carlos, if you're ever listening. to
No,
this,
he was
but,
huge.
Like, I really don't like. It's like you kind of yell out the punchline without the build up,
Right.
where it didn't things didn't make sense.
Yeah. But think about him, too.
They made fun of him on South Park. Really?
Did they
good.
really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There was the
you
gay fish episode with Kanye West.
Oh, my
You
God.
ever see that one?
I'm not sure I saw that one. I saw it, Big Gay Owl's Farm, whatever that was.
Like Kanye West beats the shit out of Carlos Mencia. He's like, "It's a joke, man." Because it was the whole thing was Kanye West was asked "Do you like fish sticks?" And he's like, "I love fish sticks." And it's like, "So you're a gay fish?" And he didn't get the joke.
Yeah.
And then he went on this whole thing of interrogation and Carlos Mencia was a victim of him, but it was really fucking funny.
Yeah.
You have to see it, I guess. It's
He
one of
would
those things.
he would do 4-hour shows. He just stay on stage for 4 hours. And
Damn.
it's, you know what?
That's a
Doing
lot.
stand up?
Doing stand up, talking to the crowd, that's way too much. People
4 hours?
there's another guy who would
The only person that could do that is Don Rickles.
Don Rickles, yeah.
That's
I worked with this guy, Ari Spears.
Ari Spears from Mad TV.
Funny.
Oh, he's great.
He's a great comic, funny. He's
Yeah.
a killer crowd work comic, great material. He's just a great all-around comedian, and
Yeah.
I was really excited to work with him. It was years before COVID. I worked with him, and the club owner goes, "Yeah, don't be offended if he doesn't talk to you. He doesn't like white people." I was like, I swear to God.
Oh no.
And the guy didn't talk to me the entire weekend. There's a little green room with 4 chairs, 4 comfortable couches. Never came in the green room. Sat out in the corner, hiding behind next to the bar where the audience couldn't see him. And one night he just gave me a nod, "Hey, what's up?" He recognized that I was the other comedian. I'm like, all right, I'll take it. But
Wow.
yeah, the owner said, "No, he doesn't like white people." And now I see him he's making a killing. His crowd work videos are phenomenal.
Really?
But,
I haven't caught up to sometimes I see some of his stand up
he's
clips
great.
here and there, but
he's just a great comic.
one dude I follow that is my favorite comedic actor, sketch comedy, Will Sasso
Okay.
from Mad TV.
Okay. Which one is he? Wait, I know the name.
He's the heavyset guy. He was the one that did like Kenny Rogers.
Okay. Yeah.
And
You still, I know that
what was
name.
it? Phil Timmerman.
Yeah.
You remember those old infomercial shows where the guy is building like furniture back in the day? Like it's like they're on there like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
and it's like, "Hi, I'm Timmerman," like Phil Timmerman, whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Today I'm gonna show you how to build kitchen cabinets."
Yeah.
But Will Sasso plays the character, and he keeps like drilling and cutting his fingers off, and
Used to be Bob Vila back then.
oh, it was so fucking great. Which is an idea that we'll talk to you about after the podcast. So.
About cutting each other's fingers off.
Oh yeah, something like that.
Pretending to.
Yeah, for comedy purposes.
Speaking of cults, this past week I watched 2 documentaries. One led into the other. They were about the FLDS. Am I pronouncing it right? It's
Yeah.
the Church of Latter-day Saints.
Yeah.
And listen, I have friends. There's a comedian. He's a Mormon. So funny, but he does. There's the Mormons who are just Mormons. They don't take on the extra wife.
Right.
And then there were these people that at this compound. This guy Warren Jeffs. First, his father ran it. Now his father lived a full life without being prosecuted by the law. But there's a picture of his father, 90 years old, making out with a fucking like a 22-year-old. It's disgusting. And one of the women was telling about the experience, how the thing, he used to violate her. Imagine having to. It's really disgusting. And the guy, his son, looks like the type of guy that
Warren Jeffries
Yes.
so. Do you have the title to this one?
I do.
Because I'm curious because I watched and I only know about Warren Jeffries because of that another
Yeah.
documentary, but I wanted to make sure that I watched this one as well.
Yeah, I think it's Warren. Is it Warren Jeffries or Warren Jeffs?
I don't know,
Hold on. Who cares? I don't know.
but
The-
there's photos of him
Yeah.
on the wall of some of the other
It's the LDS. The
FLDS
FLDS.
community, and there's pictures of him with like an 8-year-old and a 7-year-old that
Yeah.
he's married to.
What was the most disgusting thing is they couldn't get him for the longest time. He kept evading prosecution, and they couldn't get anything to stick. And then they got a warrant from somebody that was on the compound saying that they were molested by Warren Jeffs, and they broke in and they saw journals from these young girls talking about having sex,
Yeah.
underage girls. And it turns out the call didn't come from the compound. It was from like another state. It was like a crank call, but it doesn't matter. It got them in. It makes you wonder, like it was a setup, but it got them into the compound. And once they saw the evidence, that was it. They had enough to go. They found his safe, and they broke into the safe. They had to drill into the safe, and they found the records of all the marriages. And they even found a video. They had like this. He made a second compound in Texas where he was running from the law of Utah. It was this giant church, like 5 stories, and the top floor everything was white. The floor, the walls, there was and behind the chapel there was a curtain, and on the curtain behind the curtain there was a room with a bed, and this is where he would have sex with the underage girls. And there's a video, an audio recording that they said that the jury, when they heard it, they had to control themselves from not jumping over the jury box after it. It was so. I heard they played a little bit of it, and you hear him like the Mormon wives are like saying amen. Everything he says, they're like amen. And you see you hear the young 12-year-old girls on the table, and you hear Warren Jeffs going. You hear him like trembling, and you're like, this is a disgusting pervert predator, and he's away from jail for life. But I think he should have gotten, I don't know.
Do you know the age of the youngest wife he had?
I think there was one that was 9, but they could only prove him having sex with the 12-year-old. And what's crazy is the men who are part of his followers.
They believe that he's a prophet.
They believe he was a prophet, and he would say, Warren Jeffs would say to them, "The Lord has suggested that you hand your wife and daughters over to me."
And they do.
And they do. He had like the old man. One of them had like 70 wives.
Yeah.
and they it's almost like any other culty religion where they start taking away the women's the woman becomes very they do anything they can to lower a woman's self-esteem and purpose, and
It's kind of like, notice how it all stems from some organized
religion. Yep.
and how they used books that
Yep.
were written thousands of years ago
Yep.
to
Well,
manipulate people.
That's right.
This religion is
And
current.
well, no, it's
yeah.
but so is
Well,
all
they
the other ones.
They take it a step further.
Every religion, there's some sort of thing going on with it. Like that. That's the thing, and it's part of why I'm like against organized religion is that
Yeah.
it's not even just that is the worst, but it's just constant manipulation, making people feel like they're guilty of stuff, or just like trying to feel like you need to
Dude.
submit to them
Yeah.
in some way.
They
And it's I'm sorry, I get my blood boils over
I know.
these things.
But listen, that's why I picked this topic because I love to get you
Well,
upset.
I'm interested in
So you
the
have to take
title of
permanent.
that one because I watched Trust Me.
That's the one.
The False Prophet.
Yeah.
Wait, trust me. There was trust me about Samuel Bateman.
Yeah, so that
Yeah.
was the one that I saw. And it was on Netflix.
That's like the second one.
Yeah, because I was wondering, I didn't have any of the education on Warren Jeffs.
Yeah.
But
So-
he was shown in the Trust Me False Prophet one on the wall, and even after he had been incarcerated and convicted of these crimes,
Yeah.
the followers of the FLDS community still had his photo up there.
Still had his photo, and then this guy Samuel Bateman goes over there. It's almost ridiculous. Like, how do these people? I see what they did to the women, like the young women. They were like, almost born into it. They would have them in a notebook write like 100 times every day. I will obey my father. I will obey my father, Warren Jeffs. I will obey my father, Warren Jeffs. It was a form of brainwashing. It was so obvious.
They brainwashed the shit out of them since birth.
Wait, so then
The fact that these communities,
Yeah.
and then they get by with a lot of different things, and then on top of that, they just can get, when you're like a church, you can get money and
tax breaks.
and tax. You don't pay taxes, and
Nope.
it's just like they have their right to just have their freedom to do as they please.
Yeah.
It seems, and like,
Money laundering.
this is where, and that fucking
Samuel Bateman.
Samuel Bateman, that fat fuck
Samuel Bateman, yes.
piece of shit.
When I saw him, I'm like, oh my God, I would love just like a minute with him and a baseball bat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Samuel Bateman comes along. Now, this is Warren Jeffs is convicted and sentenced to life in prison. So now they don't have a prophet anymore. So along comes Samuel Bateman, comes along and he goes, yeah, I'm a prophet. You are? Yes, I'm a prophet. And first he was like, he snuck. He went in first. He went in as a follower of Warren Jeffs, and once he established trust among the people, he goes, oh, by the way, I'm a prophet too. We don't need Warren anymore. And
Yeah, he gave him all the information, and
Gave him
now
all-
he's
yeah.
dead in jail. Meanwhile, he's alive in jail.
yeah.
They believed
said they
that
thought
Warren
he-
Jeffs was actually deceased.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
followers.
Okay. Oh,
Do you
that's
remember
right.
this?
Yeah. And him too, with the underage wives, and it just absolutely disgusting. And
But can we quickly back it up and talk
Sure.
about the fact that Christine, okay, who was the documentary
That woman.
producer, and her husband, what was his name again? He was a Turkish man, I believe.
yes.
Anyway, her videographer
He was a
husband.
music video director.
Yeah.
producer or something.
What an amazing couple they are. She was
Amazing.
a victim of this
That's
because she
right.
was a part of the FLDS community as a young woman, and she ended up, by the grace of God, that's another segue there.
Christine, don't be ashamed of your faith because you live with a heathen. Just shout it loud and proud.
She
There's just too much
she was
damage.
she was able to find the light of day, and she was able to see what was happening, and she was able to go down she relocated. I don't know where she was before that, but she was a ventriloquist
That's right. She was a ventriloquist.
and an entertainer, and she's a a woman of many talents, and
Yes.
she went down there and she saved them.
Amazing.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
Some of them still are stuck in there.
Because some of them
Can't
are
believe it.
so brainwashed, they can't accept the fact that they were lied to. So it's like such a heavy form of denial. Like, no. Warren Jeffs is the prophet. All right, get out of here. While I braid my 20 sisters' hairs. They all do the same. It was like almost like a Catholic school where they had them all dressed the same.
Yeah, Christine was like, "What's those haircuts?"
The awful haircuts.
They're like from the 1500s.
You had a choice of one of 4 awful haircuts.
But they do this thing with the hair where they tease it. They tease it and spray it and then comb it. And I don't know. I was asking, what is that hair? Like, what's the purpose behind that hair?
It's because it's not popular
Gentile.
with Western
Gentile.
civilization.
Yeah.
Anything to keep them away from Western
They
civilization.
did. The woman said. Remember, the woman said when she first went to the library, there was like The Adventures of Nancy Drew and stuff like that. There were all these books and dictionaries where they removed them so they could no longer read them and be influenced by them. And there was probably no
Yeah.
TV, I would imagine.
Yeah.
No,
I-
but they all had phones.
Yeah. But they are censored on what they can look up.
Yeah.
But I thought it was very interesting. She had, like you said, she was like the fairy godmother. But can we talk about Samuel Bateman's one wife?
Okay.
Gnomes was her name in the documentary. Naomi, I believe, was her first name, and they called her Gnomes. And this is psychology of fuckery to the nth
Yes.
degree. And
This is a total psychology of fuckery episode.
totally, because she was so brainwashed that the only way that this poor girl could live and exist without completely dying was she had to fully immerse herself into becoming the most obedient,
Yes.
submissive wife
Yeah.
known to man,
Yeah.
and would
that
not
girl.
leave his side.
No.
And just
Clingy.
yeah, she didn't want to be there, and she knew it was wrong. But she had to make herself go
Right.
to the other end of the spectrum.
Yep. Sometimes the safest place is right next to your worst enemy. That's the safest place to be.
That was her only way of survival. And then when she eventually became incarcerated and taken away from that,
Right.
she started to see the light of day. And truthfully, her incarceration was the best blessing.
It was therapeutic. She got to really think about what happened to her. And unfortunately, she was just following his orders when she was loading the children into the U-Haul.
Oh, please, Chris. I'm
He-
sorry to laugh, but
He loaded children into U-Hauls.
it's not funny. It's just I'm laughing because it's so uncomfortable
Well,
hearing you say that.
When he got pulled over, you saw the guilt all over his face. The cop's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, stuff. He goes, "Yeah, what's your name?" He goes, "Samuel." He goes, "Samuel what?" He goes, he stares at him for like a minute when he answer him. He knew he was caught and he was guilty.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Joe had such a hard time even watching this with me, which is why I'm doing most of the talking, because he would just get so heated that he would like want to just break something, and he
Yeah.
would leave the room and then come back, and I'm like, you're either gonna watch it or you're not. He's like, I just can't take it. I'm
Joe,
just
I know you have the controls in front of you. Can you zoom in on your face so that everybody can see? Zoom in on your own face.
A slow zoom with some piano music playing.
But the sad thing is that there's still tens of thousands of these.
Oh, it's somebody. No, it just the baton was passed. Now the next guy better be smart enough to be like, you know what? Maybe we'll stick away from the underage weddings and let them grow to the age of 18 and make a decision of their own. And the arranged marriages is a horrible thing. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
It's like just let's all become like a secular world. Get rid of
Yeah.
religion.
Also, too, like I
well,
feel bad.
Have your beliefs, but enough with the organization. It's just doing too much damage to people.
I feel bad because a lot of the people that are born into the church, if you happen to be born a homosexual, lesbian, bisexual, whatever it is, you are never, ever going to be able to
No.
explore your true
Never.
biological orientation.
Didn't the Supreme Court just
Never.
like uphold ban? Some state wanted to bring back conversion therapy.
Yeah.
How sick was that?
Like, but no, but like now they're like trying
I know
to.
someone
Now they
that did
allowed.
that.
I think the Supreme Court allowed a state to bring it back.
Yeah.
How
It's like-
sick is that? Listen,
Guarantee you, the person that's facilitating the conversion therapy is closeted.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
It's,
I'll tell you something.
and they always end up being closeted. Like the people that are like, you just got to find Jesus and pray the gay away and stuff.
No,
Like, 'cause
listen.
they are clearly always the one. It's always projection.
And I'm a devout Catholic, and I'll tell you right now, this may not be popular view among Catholics, but people are born gay.
Yeah.
My friend, I'm going to protect the names for the innocents, but
Yeah.
my friend's son, when he was 3, I'm like, oh yeah.
It's like
When he
that
was 3,
Yeah.
he's 3, you're like, oh yeah, oh
It's like
yeah.
that Curb Your Enthusiasm
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, that's great. It's one of my favorite episodes.
Oh my God,
with
it's
the
a
kid.
sewing machine.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite
I can't
episodes.
scream like that. But
Now
yeah,
he's-
that
now-
was a great episode.
Now he's 22. He's at college and he's out and open being gay. But
Yeah.
it was no surprise. Do we have to act surprised? When she told me, I was like, really?
At 3, you knew.
At 3 o'clock, at 3 years old, I'm like, this kid, 100%, 100%. It was just, and you could say, you could say, well, how did you know? Then I'll have to answer it and sound like I don't know. I'd probably get myself canceled, but I just knew. I'm like,
No,
this kid.
It's like,
They could do they could do tests on children, like coordination tests, and tell if a child is gay by like just their coordination. I'm like,
Really?
what do they do? They
Are
they're
they
more
more
feminine?
coordinated?
they ask them to run and they skip. I mean, how do you know?
they're righty, but their right hand throws like their
Yeah,
left hand.
yeah.
Is that like?
That's another thing. That's another thing.
Is
where,
that what they think is going on?
I'm not a fan of a lot of things that were done by Catholics. Like, for instance, if you were in Catholic school and you were left-handed, which is something you're born with,
Yeah.
they would force you to write right-handed.
Oh no,
Really?
really?
Yes, and to the point where they would smack your hand with a ruler or whatever. And
Is that still a thing in Catholic?
I don't know that anymore. But now it's like those are probably the people that they became ambidextrous. But I don't know if you guys, my dominant arm is my right arm, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm going to throw something, I'm going to throw it with my right arm. If I'm going to play kickball, which the last time I played kickball, I'm going to kick with my left leg.
Really?
It's weird. Yeah. So I have my dominant arm is right, my dominant leg is left.
That's great.
Wow. That
I
means
can't even process that.
Yeah.
I know.
Kinda
I know.
something
It's-
like that.
I think that explains how screwed up I am.
No, actually it's the opposite because I was reading this is another psychology of fuckery thing is that they say if you're having brain fog or if you're struggling focusing to trick your brain into I don't know becoming more alert, you should do something with your non-dominant hand.
Yeah, I believe that.
Are you
or
southpaw?
leg.
Huh?
Or
Southpaw.
leg.
Are you southpaw?
I saw a few times where a couple psychologists or psychiatrists said that if you want to build your self-esteem, if you're right-handed, brush your teeth with your left hand and say to yourself over and over, I love you, I love you, I love you.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Or is it like it feels like someone else is brushing?
Yes. They say the same thing when you're
Wow.
masturbating. Use your
That's-
left hand.
That's because it's like, oh, use your left hand. It
Use your
feels like
left
someone
hand.
else is doing
I
it.
knew it was only a matter of time before it went there.
It's-
They say use your left hand, and then if you can, spit in your own
I
face.
thought that's where you were going with it. Like
No, I don't know. I'm just kidding.
with the
I'm being humorous about the second part, but the first part
Yeah.
is true.
It really?
Yeah, it's
Interesting.
supposed to activate. I believe in all that. I believe the brain is a squishy computer, and that self-talk is huge.
yeah.
That whole law of attraction, the secret, the book came out, like that. It's all. If you're thinking positive thoughts and saying positive thoughts, you're going to see different things and see positive things. If you're thinking negative thoughts, you're going to see, crap. Look at the frickin'. This is my dad. My dad was getting very negative towards the end. And we have this beautiful, huge cherry blossom tree in front of the house,
Oh, I love those.
and it would blossom every April, and it was like the neighborhood would just like the cars would slow down and look at it.
As
And
the breeze blew
yeah.
and the
And one year it blossomed in March, and my father's like, Christ, look at this. The tree blossomed early. It's going to die early. And my wife's like, only you could see something negative in something so beautiful. And he was like, he loved Diane. He was hysterical laughing. But yeah, I got actually two of my friends I'm trying to help with that kind of mentality of the and listen, sometimes life just beats the shit out of you.
It does.
We were just talking.
It's hard. I know.
Negative people in your life or whatever. I just drop them. It makes life easier.
If it's affecting you, but it's not affecting me yet, because I just I don't know. But
Yeah. But
Yeah.
It's funny. We were just talking about like last night about the brain being a computer because we were talking about. I saw this video Neil deGrasse Tyson. We're just talking about just the fact that we're just like life and death in general. Like
I met him last year.
Did
You
you?
did?
Yeah, I went to one of his. My friend does my friend tours with him, and he does this 4-person panel. It's really interesting.
Really?
Popped an Adderall before I went in there. It was just so I'm like,
Can you take us next time? I'd
Yeah.
love to see him. I
yeah.
don't know,
My
like,
friend
if
Chuck,
you-
my friend Chuck Nice is a comedian, and he's up on the panel with him. He asks some questions, and it's really funny. It's actually it's very intelligent conversations about life and death, but at the same time, it's entertaining, and
Yeah.
it was great.
Well, he was talking about. I saw this video, and he was talking about like burial and cremation, and that like when you're buried, like your body becomes a source of energy. It's still energy, and it goes into the earth. Insects I guess feed off of you and things like that. You're just providing energy, whereas like when you're cremated, I don't remember what particles or what of the person after they're cremated, but apparently they travel at light speed,
Right.
and they basically travel at light speed, and get sent into the universe, like that.
When you die?
Yeah, when as you're cremated,
Really?
like when you're cremated, like I guess your particles, like it just becomes a different element of some kind, I guess.
So you're
But
saying we should be cremated instead of buried?
Well, that's if you want to get time travel into the universe, whatever.
That gets
but,
me
like,
nervous. Like, what if you're like, yeah, what if...
I always felt like it was too like what Robert De Niro said in The Irishman, too final when you get cremated.
too final. Yeah.
But
maybe-
apparently, like you get like just boosted right into the unit. Like you go right into space. I gotta look up that video and get the right tech terms
Yeah.
for it. But I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah. Because, Diane said to me, she said that she wants to be cremated and she wants to be an organ donor. I said, well, which one do you want to do first? This next question is very important. Which one would you like to do first? First take out my main organs, then cremate me. So God forbid anything happened to it, I got to cremate my wife with no eyeballs or organs. So I got to cremate my wife's shell.
The way, I don't know why, but the way you said shell.
Shell. By the way, if anybody's listening, she's O positive. Is that a
Oh
call?
no,
Is that
Chris.
is that a callback from last week's?
Yeah,
Oh, Chris.
I'm just kidding.
because
I
you guys have the blood everyone
no,
needs.
we don't.
We don't.
Stop
Shut your mouth,
telling
Joe.
everyone
I have
that.
like the blood nobody wants.
I'm be positive. See, I'm always positive. I'm trying to be
Oh,
positive.
speaking of this, did you guys hear about how now they're having a problem in the hospitals
What?
with people that need blood transfusions? They're refusing people that have gotten the COVID vaccine because they're they're asking for blood that is pure bloods, and pure bloods now are people that have never been vaccinated,
fucking vampires.
and they are having a problem with this in the hospitals.
My God, people they'll walk themselves to their own grave.
But anyway, it's becoming a thing. I read about that, and then I saw something else. Speaking of like blood and clots and things like that, did you guys hear about this 17-year-old boy that died after his girlfriend gave him a hickey in Mexico City? His name was Julio Macias.
Oh, Julio.
Oh, Julio! The suction, from the hickey, damaged a major artery,
Dios
causing a
mío.
blood clot that traveled to his brain.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. How did anybody survive the 80s and 90s?
I don't
Because
know.
weren't hickeys like a part of like just getting dressed?
I don't know. I mean, maybe
Yeah,
maybe this
hickeys.
generation needs to be taught how to give hickeys.
That's how you knew people hooked up. Was like, oh,
Hickeys,
so and so's got a
yeah.
hickey.
Yeah, it's like, that was like worn loud and proud, but I don't know. Julio's lover went overboard, and the unexpected risk
Damn.
associated with that hickey caused him to die, and that's
Does
really
he have a really skinny neck?
I don't know, but I don't think that has anything to do with it.
Well, no, because it's like your bones, and if your skin and bones, your artery's exposed, and it's right, and she's pulling on the
I
artery.
don't know. I saw a lot
What do
of
you mean? If you had,
coked out models from the 90s.
if you
that
had
were-
some fat in there, it's hard to get to.
Yeah, I mean,
Right?
that's true. Maybe
Right?
it's a
a legitimate question.
It's a
It is.
It's a cushion.
Really
it's
think
not a
about
good
it.
time to be skinny necked. No. It's not a good time to be skinny necked. Look at this skinny neck
Only
wimp.
the fat necked survive.
Yeah, I'm a fat neck. But the fat necks, we have sleep apnea. If you have a neck of 20 inches or more, you have sleep apnea. Fat neck.
Oh,
One time I
man.
got a hickey and I was afraid to like go home and my mother would see it. So I took her. Somebody told me to take. Do you remember hickeys back then? They were like remedies. People said take a comb.
The lipstick.
What was that?
The end of a lipstick.
Yeah?
And you rub it into the hickey to break up the capillaries.
Oh.
What was the comb?
Somebody told me to take like a comb and you rake it and it spreads out the blood.
It's the same concept, just a different instrument.
And that didn't work. So then I took a razor blade and started cutting. I made it look like I started like scratching at it. So I'm like, oh, I got scratched by a tree, Mom.
You lanced it.
What the hell were you doing? Climbing a tree and fell
I don't
down?
know. We-
Terrible excuse, Chris. Did
the
she
tree
buy
just
it?
started making out with me.
Yeah, I got molested by a tree like an Evil Dead. Then, do your parents ever do this to you? You come home, they get over here.
Yeah.
Get over here. Let me smell your breath. And you had to go like this in your mother's face. You had to go.
Oh no, but we just watched a whole short film where that's what they did. The whole short film, they had to smell each other's breaths like
Yeah.
that.
Then I remember, I think it was my oldest brother. He comes home. He was obviously drunk. My mom's like, get over here. And he goes up to her face and he goes, and she looks at him and she just smacks him in the face.
That's an excellent movie scene. You need to write that.
Here's a good movie scene. One day, I came home. Came home late. It was with a few friends. We were drinking. It was
She
like-
just smacked him. I'm sorry.
yeah, she smacked him. It was 2:00 in the morning, and I'm walking down the hallway, and I guess we're making noise because we're drunk. And I'm walking down to my bedroom in the hallway. My friend's by the kitchen where the hallway begins, and I'm walking down the hallway, going to enter my room, and all of a sudden my mother's door opens up, and she just slaps me in the face.
Oh shit.
And the door goes shut, and my friends are howling, laughing down the hallway. And as I saw the door shut, I saw my mother begin to laugh. And then she shut the door, but she thought it was,
That's
she wasn't
great.
planning on laughing, but she slapped me. She heard the laughter, and she started going.
She's still human, you know. She's disciplining, but still.
My mother was a freaking tyrant when we were kids.
Oh my god.
One time,
Do you think the laughter always came after that? It just so happened you caught her because she was stumped about.
no, I
the
think I
friends
caught
being-
her. I caught her because she wasn't expecting the timing of the slapstick
Yeah.
of everything, and the laughter.
Oh my
and you
god.
can see because she loved comedy, and it probably just snapped and all of a sudden I just seen as her face faded away into the dark as the door shut and her face backed up into the dark. I saw her smiling.
You have that ingrained in your memory. That laugh look.
Yeah. So, but one time when I was younger, the dog was pulling me. I'm like, stop pulling me, you effing son of a bitch! And all of a sudden I hear from the window, Christopher, get in here. I'm like, oh, Mom, it's a dog was pulling me. I didn't mean it. I go to the front door to open the front door. Right before I could touch the handle, the door opens up and her arm comes out, grabs me by the hair. She dragged me upstairs into the bathroom and was forcing soap.
Oh god.
into
the
my
soap.
mouth.
Oh god.
Was it a hand? Like, was it a bar?
A
or
bar
was
of
it
soap.
just liquid?
To, but to the point where I had like cuts here, like where your lips meet. I had cuts on either side. I mean, you think about it now, that's freaking child abuse.
I ate so much soap.
Yeah,
It
but
was your own Christmas story.
Yeah, but Christmas Story, I thought the way it was supposed to be done is your parents, like, they didn't chase you, they didn't beat you. They said, come over here, sit down, put this in your mouth.
You had the trifecta. You were pulled by your hair,
Pulled by my hair,
drug,
drugged into the bathroom, and force-fed soap.
had some. Was it Dove or Irish?
It was
Spring?
Irish Spring.
Oh no!
It has a zest to it.
Did you ever eat soap, Joe?
There was occasion. She's gonna get all upset, but whatever. I don't give a shit. But yeah, it was like I don't know. I said something, and then there was that one time where it was just like a quick like squeeze of the soap, and then
You got liquefied
Like-
soap?
Liquid
went,
soap?
like right into my mouth. I was like,
Jesus.
what the fuck?
Wait, it's almost like his mom was acting
it's
like the
like-
chef at the
it was like-
hibachi place.
Yeah, no, but like not squeezing their hand and then smashed it into, like mushed it into
Liquid.
my face.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's see. I would have rather had that.
And I was like, what the fuck? Like, it was almost like, it was like she was hesitant, like she didn't want to do it, but she did it anyway. Like, it was one of the, like, I
She
don't know, I
didn't
couldn't-
commit fully.
It wasn't like a full commitment. It was kind of like, it's coming. And then, like,
Oh,
anyway,
so you got the soap too, Christine?
Oh,
that was one,
I ate that bar.
that was one.
You ate the bar.
Oh,
Now, how was it given to you by force, or they said take your medicine? They
I think it wasn't as forceful, but it was kind of just like open up.
yeah, like open up, and you had to open up and sit there with
So
the
you
bar
had
in your mouth, like
She had the Christmas story treatment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Friends of mine. Now, I'm
About a spoon.
my mother with that freaking wooden spoon. We had a dining room, and next to the dining room was a small kitchen. And I had this technique when my mother was trying to chase me, when she was chasing me to hit me, I would pull out the dining room chairs, and it would, you know,
yeah.
it was,
Yeah.
Running around
Yeah,
the table.
yeah, it would
Yeah.
slow her down. It's amazing what you think of it as survival as a kid.
Yeah.
Because I knew that if she got her hands on me, my mother was a thick Italian woman. She would have beat and she did at times.
It's called the wallop.
Pull
Yeah.
the china closet down. Like,
So
cabinet
she
down.
does this one thing, right? I pull the chair out. I go to run to the kitchen, right? And all of a sudden, she takes the wooden spoon and throws it from like 15 feet away.
Oh no.
You know where your jaw meets your top jaw,
Yeah.
right here? Hit me right there, and every time when I chewed for the next 3 days, it hurt. And those kind of things, you're like, you know, kids probably went to the hospital. They probably, Mom, I got to go to the emergency room, and what happened? Oh, he fell. You know,
Yeah.
we didn't go to the
Oh
hospital.
my god.
No.
Who's going to take you
Your
to the hospital?
mandibular
My-
joint was all fucked.
She hit me in the mandibular with a wooden spoon.
She gave you the TMJ like
That
jolt.
or my father's belt.
Oh please.
My
The belt.
poor dad used to run around with his pants falling down. Where the hell's my belt? Because we would hide the belt under like mattress cushions and stuff.
Out of fear to fuck with him.
Out of fear of my mother using it to hit us with.
Oh, I thought you meant
Oh.
he would hit you with it.
She,
No, usually my mother was more. My father hit me a couple of times, but it was more my mother because she was home with us.
my father did the snapping of the belt.
Oh yeah.
When you heard that sound.
Oh yeah. That triggers you. That's a trigger.
That's
You ever
that's the
had this?
warning.
You ever get that?
That's the warning. of
Wait.
the-
Get that warning?
Were you ever over a friend's house when he gets a beating? And you, I remember this at my friend's house, and I'm waiting for him to come out, and I hear him in his bedroom. I hear him go, "No, Dad, please, no!" And,
Oh
and all of a
my
sudden, we hear
God.
whack, whack, and he's going, "Ah, ah!" I ran home so fast because I
Damn.
thought I was next. You know, you don't know.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Never experienced that one.
It's what the kids
Right.
today would say. It's giving Menendez brothers vibes. That's what it reminds me of because
What?
people would hear the beatings and stuff at
Right.
the house and of what was going
That's
on in
something
there.
beyond.
Well, there was a
beatings.
bunch of stuff. but
Reminds me
yeah.
of that Eddie Murphy bit when he's like, now he's behind the door crying, "God, kill them, God, kill them." Now on the flip side, you're like, all right, and you look at like some kids, you're like, why is anybody beating this kid? Because they're not allowed.
And you know what's so crazy about the soap too? It's like when I swore, I remember I said the word dick and I didn't know what it meant.
All right.
So I wasn't doing it to be like,
Right.
you know, derogatory or rude or whatever, but they swear, but we're not allowed to.
Right.
And then you grow up swearing, like after a certain age, you're just dropping the F-bomb constantly. So what's the problem?
I learned it from watching you, Dad.
Do you remember the first time you cursed at your parents
Oh, let me see.
No,
and like the reaction?
Oh,
no.
I
No?
don't. Probably,
you?
probably because we were beaten senseless and we can't remember. We can't remember.
You're still
Oh, it
recouping
was-
from the mandibular.
Yeah. I saw my father hit my brother with a closed fist a few times. I was like, "Oh my God!"
We,
I tell my mother, "Mom, Dad's killing John."
aw.
She's like, she's eating her dinner. Like, he deserves it. I'm like, all right, don't stop
Listen to
eating.
your father.
Listen to your father. Wait till your father gets home.
Yeah.
We got that a lot.
Oh my God.
You're not going to be laughing when your father gets home.
We're laughing about our trauma.
And then just like in Christmas Story, when Ralphie thinks that she's going to tell the mother about the fight, my mother wouldn't tell because my father's coming home aggravated from, being a police officer. He's tired and he's eating his dinner. You think my mother wants to be like, oh, by the way, your son Christopher said fuck,
Yeah.
He-
That's like the last
She
thing.
didn't tell him anything. So we got away with a lot. We really got away with a lot.
What's the first time you swore, Joe? Are you just traumatized?
No, I'm not traumatized. I remember I'm not gonna say which one, because it's both of them in different time frames of my life. But I just remember the look on their face, their jaw dropped. Like
Yeah.
He did it.
I was like, "Yep."
He said the word.
Joseph, everybody get in the room. Joseph said fuck. Now, where did he hear this from?
Exactly. Yeah. Where did you hear this from? It's never them.
No. I didn't know that word. We were at when we first moved here to Ronkonkoma, so you figure a year's got to be like 77. My father took us to a batting cage in Selden.
Used to love going to those. They don't
Yeah,
have them anymore.
but I
Anyway.
wasn't coordinated, so my brother John was coordinated. He was hitting the ball, and I kept missing. And my father's walking us out. My mother's in the car with my sister, and we're walking back to the car. And my dad's like, "What do you think about it, Chris?" I'm like, "It sucked," and I didn't know that was a bad word until I got into the car.
Oh no.
And it really was like the scene from Christmas Story. My father's like, Christopher just said that he thought the batting cage, SUCKSED. And she's like, my mother with that face when she turned around. I'm like, what did I do? Am I still getting Carvel?
With soap in it.
You still getting your fribbles?
You're having an Irish Spring Sunday.
I don't remember the beating, but I just remember that's when I learned that sucked was a curse.
You pictured you eating fribbles and with the black eye,
Fribble with a black eye.
just enjoying your food. What was that from?
Delicious.
Oh, that
For
was-
friendlies.
That was from there. There's something about Mary.
Oh.
Warren, remember? Warren
Warren,
gets hit
yeah.
with the
Batter, what was he? What is it?
the baseball.
What was this? He would say something.
Frank and beans.
Frank and Beans.
Frank and Beans don't touch his ears.
Yeah.
But they were at the driving. They were at the
The batting cage.
the batting cage, and he
Yeah.
gets hit in the eye with the ball, and then it cuts to him enjoying his ice cream with a black eye.
Yeah.
I never had a fribble before.
They're good. They're just like a shake.
Oh,
Were they like a shake with like soda or something in it?
I don't
I thought
know.
it was
My
like a
sister worked at
root beer
Friendly's for a
float.
little while.
The cone head one,
They were cones. Where's it from, guys?
wedding singer.
Chris, you were slow on that one.
They were cones.
Joe was like the little drummer boy. He didn't miss a beat. He was just like,
I know Wedding
Wedding
Singer.
Singer.
How come I didn't get it?
they were cones. Alan Covert's character. He's driving they're putting him through the limousine obstacle.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I'm thinking ice cream cones.
Oh. So did you watch so you watched the two documentaries.
Yeah, and I was just angered. Like even when the first one ended, I'm like, that's it. No more people went to jail, and why is this place still open?
How about the woman Julia, the mother that gave her children over and her husband?
Oh,
Here's the thing that
the husband. It was it was all the men.
I know, but here's the thing. Thank God for her for working with the FBI.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She came to her senses and she knew.
Yeah.
But the thing is that made me really the most uneasy thing about it was the fathers were in the room watching their daughters be raped.
Yep.
And then the daughters were in the room watching their fathers be raped by Sam Bateman. He raped the men as well.
He did. Why did
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
hear that part?
It said that in there. He was
Really?
having sex with them too. Raping, I should say.
He was
I'm not
raping
calling
the
it having
men as
sex.
well.
And as a man, if you gave your 14-year-old daughter to this predator who you truly believed was a prophet, and now you realize you were lied to, and now you have to face the fact, like that one guy's in jail. You got to face the fact that you gave up your underage daughter to be raped.
Yeah, well, I think there were daughters. He had 2 or 3.
Yeah.
The one,
He's in jail right for a while. Like
30 years.
Yeah.
He did 3 years house arrest, I believe, and then he got a sentence of 30 to life, I think.
He'll die in jail.
Yeah.
I don't see these guys living that
no.
healthy,
other one-
long lives.
Yeah.
The sad thing is that they're in federal prison rather than general population. You wouldn't want to see them get the piss kicked out of them, but they're in federal prison.
There's ways of people turning their backs, right?
Yeah, I'm sure in federal prison you can still get your ass kicked.
Yeah.
The one daughter, his oldest daughter, I believe, she went to prison as well, and she's now you know, I don't want. What's the word you would use? Recover. She's
She's
now
recovered. She's seen the light. She's rehabilitated.
rehabilitated is the word I was looking for. Yeah, she's rehabilitated.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And even he took. The Lord told me that I need to take all of your property and your bank accounts, and they gave every. He owned every house. You know.
That man that is doing 30 to life that gave his 2 daughters, or maybe even 3, I don't know. He had a son too, and he remember the son was in the documentary, and he said, "My sisters, they don't want this. They're saying he's the devil. They don't want to go and be with him. They don't want to marry him." They were millionaires. They were, what kind of company were they running, Joe? Some sort of, not solar.
Solar.
Construction?
It was a
Solar?
solar company.
It was a solar company.
Yeah, I think they own like a solar farm, something like
some
that.
kind of energy.
But it was, yeah, I think it was clean energy company for
clean
sure.
energy company.
I want to see a video of some guy from New Jersey knocking on the gate to one of these compounds. Hey, open up. Yeah, that God said I'm the next prophet. Yeah. He wants you to give me your money and every woman over 20. Here we go.
I know.
I'm the next prophet. Shut your mouth.
Oh my
was-
gosh.
All these women would dote on him.
They had to.
How about they would have videos like somebody was having sex with with Samuel Bateman while other people watched, and they were videotaping it just to broadcast to other rooms so the young girls could see how to please him.
Oh my God, Chris, I forgot about that
Yes.
part.
This is how Sam likes to be stroked. Can you imagine how sick that must have been?
Yeah.
A 9-year-old girl watching a video of how to please Samuel Bateman. And-
Yeah. But
Oh.
the crazy thing is that when Christine, the documentary a producer and woman that saved them, and her husband were filming this one music video that they did, that was all manipulation. Very genius how they did that. But the husband, the videographer and director, almost blew their cover. Because he was like, Christine was about to put the very young one, I think she was like 7 years old or something, on an apple box to stand up.
Right.
And he was like, no, take the apple box away. We want to see how little she really is, to show how destructive, and so that the audience could see
Yeah.
just how young these girls were. And he almost blew his cover.
I saw his face. Yeah, the man, Samuel's face.
Well, he was like, we want to show how little. And then he was like,
You know how little
Yeah. But he caught himself.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But there's another one I suggested actually to someone after this. I
I'll
actually
watch it tonight. The third one.
it's
Does it connect or it's separate? Like these two connected.
so these people are there. It's not connected, but it is an LDS community. It's called Evil Influencer, the Jody Hildebrandt story, and it's about Ruby Frankie. She was an influencer who ended up, I believe it was YouTube. She would film her entire family all day long and all her children, and started getting a huge audience, and it goes down a very dark path about what happens to her and what she does to her family. And it's called Evil Influencer. Came out in 2025. It's on Netflix, crime documentary. Be ready to be disturbed, because I think that one might even be more disturbing in certain ways
I'm
than
gonna watch it
the
tonight.
false prophet one.
And the guy who started the whole Mormon religion, his name was Joe Smith. You look at the line of prophets in Christianity, you have Ezekiel, Jeremiah, and Joe Smith.
I mean,
I don't get it. I'm sorry. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Drink the Kool-Aid. How much time we have left, Joe?
We got 10 minutes.
Good, because let's talk about something a little bit less stomach twisting. I was thinking about this the other day as far as an entertainer, Christine. And do you know what?
What are you looking at me like that?
Do you know, I was thinking about them, trying to approach this way with my performing now. Do you know Beyonce's nickname for her stage?
no.
When she went on stage, she was no longer Beyonce. She was Sasha Fierce.
Oh, Sasha Fierce, yeah.
Yeah, and I love that, how you could give like almost an alter ego. Because me, I tend to be sometimes little too like reserved and shy at times. And I was performing at a casino, big theater, and this huge stage, and it had like a 4-foot radius of a light, and like 800 people. And every time I went to walk out a light, there was nobody controlling the light, so I had to stay in that light. It was almost like I had a leash on me. It was weird, and I was just being myself, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, hey, no, like, okay, this is why I want to tell you the Romax story. Okay, this is my alter ego,
Romax.
Romax.
That's the name.
Yes,
Okay.
and this connects to the Sunset Thomas story I told. Was that last week
Was that last week, Joe? The Sunset Thomas story
when I met the porno star, or 2 weeks ago?
with the
That was
licking the penis.
So-
That was last week.
Looking, yeah, I was. Is this connected to my Instagram? I was at Fire Island. Now this is when I was like 30 years old. I used to tan a lot. I was obsessed with tanning. Like after 4 days, when the tan starts to go away, I felt sick.
Oh my God.
Obsessed.
How long did this go on for?
Probably like 3 years. I was
You
doing.
wouldn't know looking at your skin.
No, I was doing steroids. I was jacked. If I had a picture, we could pop it up on the screen. I was jacked. I was steroids. I was tanning, and my friends and I were at Fire Island, the place Flynn's, and these two women come running up to us, and they walk up to me, and go, "Oh my God, are you Romax?" And I said, "No." Because no, you're not Romax. I'm like, "No, my name's Chris." He goes, "Where are you from?" I said, "I'm from Ronkonkoma." They go, no, your accent. Where are you from? I'm like, I'm drunk. I'm slurring right now. And they walked away, and my friend started calling me Romax after that, right? But then another time, I was at the Garden City Hotel, and my friend Derek is talking to these two young girls, and he comes over to us and goes, "Bro, you're never going to believe what they asked me." And I go, "What?" He goes, "They wanted to know what country you were from."
Are you kidding me?
I think maybe it's because of my forehead, my head shape. I don't know what. I'm like.
How old were you then?
I was 30. Maybe because the shape of my forehead, which is because of forceps, not because I'm European. I got stuck in my mother's vagina, and they ripped me out with barbecue tongs. You know.
Really?
Yeah, I'm 6'6". I always say I was supposed to be 6'4", if not for the forceps. But anyway.
You got to put that in your act.
Yeah, so now the second time, right? So when I was telling the Sunset Thomas story, when I was talking to the kid who played Master Bates from the movie The Toy, he was to my left. We're watching the Met game, and there was a woman to my right, and she was sitting there. We were sitting on the ledge, and we were talking for about like 45 minutes. Her boyfriend was somewhere in the room. He was in the diamond business. And she's like, "Can I ask you a question?"
What country are you from?
She goes, "What country are you from?" And I'm like, this again, right? So I go, "I do not like to tell." And for like the next like half hour, I played this character with an accent. "Yeah, I know, Dr. Tell. You're a very beautiful woman. I can see why your boyfriend, he's in diamonds. You're a beautiful Jew yourself." I don't know what I was saying, but
Oh my
At the
God.
hotel.
yeah. So then like
What if
this.
you started talking like that, walking around the pool in a Speedo?
Yeah.
Like the.
Yeah.
Don't
like to talk about it.
Sometimes like I don't like to talk about my Speedo.
It reminds me of Hank
'Cause they all
Azaria's
wear that
character.
shit.
Oh, in Birdcage?
No,
Yeah, oh.
that and in the one where he plays the scuba instructor.
Oh yes.
The Heartbreak Kid.
Yeah, it was a great movie. He was so good in that.
You went to scuba.
Scuba, look at my buttocks.
She
Sometimes
broke my heart.
if I'm being cocky or arrogant, Diane says, "You're being Romax right now."
Oh my God, I'm obsessed with this.
Yeah, like I'm being a dick. So I'm like, you know what? I need to bring Romax onto stage. Like even like I was doing this set, and I started feeling like be a little uncomfortable. And then I'm like, Romax, take over, right? And all of a sudden I'm like, my arms up, talking like this, and I become
I
like
love
this
that.
different person. And it's just a little technique to like, I don't know.
It's easier to be somebody else than to be yourself.
One thing that helped me, the biggest tip that helped me, I read in acting, in anything in life, the biggest tip, I remember I was saying this on the first scene I filmed with Kevin. I was in my dressing room, and somebody said this. It was some acting coach. If there was no such thing as self-doubt and fear and anxiety, how would you do that scene right now? I'm like, oh, well, I would, be conversational, and I'd relax and cross my legs. And then the guy goes, all right, now go do that.
Brilliant advice.
Right? It's just a way of seeing how it could be done, and they're like, all right, go do it. And it went phenomenal. You know, that's when I look at camera B and like, who's fucking staring at me in basketball shorts next to camera B? It was my first scene I'm ever have to do on a sitcom. First scene ever.
Who was it?
And I'm sitting next to Kevin James is on the couch next to me, where the audience is and the camera. And I'm like, I belong here. I belong here. I worked hard for this. I belong here. I belong here. I'm going to do it just like I said. Anxiety doesn't matter. I'm just going to do it. And I look at camera B, and it was something bad. It's Adam Sandler.
I knew that's who it was going to be.
I didn't know him at the time, but he just came by to support Kevin. I was like, oh, I need this fucking guy looking at me right now.
But Sandler on Kevin Can Wait, he did an episode I was actually doing background on.
Were you there?
I was
Yeah.
there, and I remember I was standing right next to his mark,
Right.
and he kept fucking up at
Right.
the first take of the day.
He probably just got the script.
And he was like, "Come on, buddy!" Like he was talking to himself. He's like, "Fucking ridiculous."
Get it
And he was
together,
like, "Yeah, he's like,
dickhead.
get it together, dickhead," and stuff, and like that. And then he's
How
like,
he talks in the movie.
Yeah, yeah, and then-
how he is in real life.
and he
See
looked
that?
he looked over at me. He was nervous, and
Yes!
he looked over at me. And I thought Adam Sandler, and he was like, "How you doing, pal? How you doing, buddy?" And I'm like, "Good. How are you?" And he's like, you know, he's talking to himself about how, and then
Right.
he's like, "All right," and then he's gassing himself up
Yeah.
to try to. And I'm thinking they're as much experience, as many people as he's met, as successful and rich and everything as he is, he's still nervous.
Yep.
And
Yep.
still doubting himself.
I've seen it on Kevin several times. Right before we film, we used to do the episode twice. Once was in front of the suits and
Yeah.
the writers, and I remember seeing him come.
That's intimidating.
Yeah, it was. I remember seeing him walk onto the set, and I'm like, I could see he was nervous. Another time was when he filmed his first special in the longest time at the Beacon Theater. I could see, when I shook his hand, when you shake someone's hand and it's cold, and I saw the first show, and I saw he was sweating a lot. In the second show, no sweat at all. And I'm the same way. Like if I'm nervous about something, my hands, because when you get nervous, your blood retracts. It's that fight or flight response.
Yeah.
That's why people's hands get cold. All your blood pulls into the torso. That's why hands and feet get cold. So I felt his hands were cold, and also that he was sweating a lot. But after he did the second show, it was like, that was him. That was Sasha Fierce up there.
Yeah.
You
Yeah. I love the Romax thing.
Yeah.
That's really cool. But yeah, even Harry Lennox. I was on the Blacklist. I did background on that. I had like a featured part, and they ended up upgrading me. But at first, when I met Harry Lennox, it was the first day of the first episode. So it was the pilot.
Right.
Everybody was fresh, meeting each other. He turns around. He's like, "Hi, I'm Harry. Nice to meet you." Nicest guy.
Right.
He goes, "I am so nervous."
It's amazing.
And I said, "You?"
right.
And he goes, "I'm like, you've been in so many, like, what's going on?" He's like, "I couldn't sleep last night." He goes, "I got like an hour of sleep." He's like, I'm second guessing myself. He's like, "Oh, I just hope this all goes well." And he's like, "I'm going
Yeah.
to say a little prayer real quick." And he prayed. He told me he wanted to be a preacher. And
Right.
a priest, actually. Preacher or a priest, I forget. And then he ended up switching careers and becoming an actor. But I thought to myself, my God. And I think of that sometimes. And I'm like,
Yes.
we're all human, right?
It's the total truth that they're just people. When I first started getting into public speaking, I read a book. I was listening to an audio book about public speaking, and the guy used to be a speechwriter for President Kennedy.
Oh, wow.
And he goes, they were somewhere like somewhere President Kennedy was at a big function, and he got up to the podium and he was speaking, and this guy who was his speaking coach and writer was sat 10 feet behind him, and he goes, I looked at President Kennedy's right hand that was down by his side, and it was shaking.
Yeah.
President Kennedy's hand was shaking. I remember seeing Madonna at some big performance. She's doing it. All of a sudden, she's doing like this, Material Girl live at like an award ceremony, and her hand went up, and you saw her hand doing this,
Oh,
trembling.
wow.
It's adrenaline.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's what separates the the successful people from the not successful people. Even though she's nervous as fuck,
She's doing it.
she did what she had to do.
Joe, didn't you tell me Adele throws up before performances because of her nerves?
That's what I read. Yeah, heard her. She said
She should package it and sell
Adele
it.
pukes before she goes on stage.
No, I got a friend that pukes. Rich Walker told me, a comedian friend, that he throws up before big shows. There's a guy, and there's so many neurotic comedians. One guy I know would have, those flower vases that were in the 7-Eleven? They had the flowers and then the roses.
Yeah.
He had the silver flower vase. For years, it was always, he went on stage, but he put it right to the side when no one could see. And that was there in case he had to throw up. Never used it.
Oh, wow.
Never, ever used it, but it was there. It's a false sense of security.
I actually was in a show where it was theater in the round. So
Right.
I came up and from the bottom of the stage, it was an elevator.
Right.
Okay, so an elevating stage.
Oh.
And I threw up in a bag as I was elevating, and I handed the bag to the person, the assistant that was working the
Right.
elevation button.
Right.
I was so sick, and I didn't have an understudy, and I puked. Like, I think that this went on probably for 3 days.
That's pretty gangster, by the way.
And I went on, and I just,
Yeah. It's like that story I told you maybe last episode or the week before about the guy, the stand-up comedian that was performing like 90 years old, and they'd wheel him up to the stage. The curtains would open. He'd stand up, take his cannula off, walk through and do his set. And then at the end, the curtains would open, and he would sit back into his chair and put his cannula back on. A gang performer to the end.
that's gangster.
That's gangster. But no, throwing up. And, Carrie Carabas, one of my best friends and mentor, she was 6 months pregnant, right? We do a gig. This is when I'm still new. I opened up for her. In fact, I didn't open up for her. She brought me with her. She goes to the booker. She goes, "This is Chris Roach. He's doing 5 minutes." And she was so intimidating. She's so intimidating, and but such a big heart. And the guy's like, "Oh, okay, Carrie." We're done with the set. We go outside. She's probably less than 6 months. She's still in that morning sickness phase.
Yeah.
She murders the crowd. We walk outside before the audience leaves, just us two. She goes to a car. She throws up, and she wipes her throw off. She wipes her mouth off. She goes, "Let's get the fuck out of here." And I was like, I'm just witnessing some fucking greatness right there.
Oh, yeah. That's badassery.
That was bad. Those, I love that. I love it. So yeah, we're at an hour.
Yeah, we're hour and 7.
Hour and 7. We're gonna charge you people for the extra 7 minutes. You're not gonna know it. It's gonna come on your bill and just you ever get those charges like it'll say PayPal $9.99. Yeah, but for what?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. I think next week we should talk about maybe famous people we met. I don't know, something. We'll think of something.
Yeah.
So Romax, I want you two guys to have your stage persona. Give it a name next week.
Oh, that's a good idea.
What's the character you do? The Minnie
Mabel?
Mabel.
She's my old lady character.
Okay. Well, it's good though. Like even like you say when you do voiceovers, give each voice a character.
Yeah.
For the idea.
I have several
We'll talk about
characters
that.
I play, but that's just one.
All right. All right. So we got a table read this Sunday. I'm very excited about, and we all got scripts in just we got to get them to somebody.
Yeah.
We all have good quality scripts here, man.
Yeah.
Stacks.
We're
Stacks.
just not nepo babies and have
Stacking the scripts.
money.
If you have a
in the
lot,
shitbox studio.
if you have a lot of money and you want to put money down on some quality independent film, reach out to us.
Yeah, we'll give you a
Producer
cameo.
credit.
Yes. Well, you always see those fundraisers like for $10,000, we'll give you a T-shirt and a credit. For $20,000, we'll give you your own
Yeah.
cooler with this logo on it. It's always something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Let's not get into that.
no, and yeah,
That's another.
these people, there's people that raise money somehow, and we'll get into it. Maybe
We'll
talk
get
about
into
it. Let's
that.
talk about that next week.
Yes, because Joe's already upset.
Mark it down. Mark it down.
All right, guys. Another episode. The Psychology of Fuckery. Oh, real
Sponsors.
quick.
Sponsor.
Sponsor Main Street Tattoo, Kings Park. 631-663-3137. Leah is the new owner, and I adore her. Also, Vinny at Hair Force One, 631-467-9800. That's in Holbrook, New York. These are some of our Long Island sponsors, and we love them and thank them. And I think that's it, peeps. We'll see you guys next week. Another episode of The Psychology of Fuckery.